Good morning, game changers. Welcome to the end game. My name is Juniper Blue Mystique. I am an ascension master, master healer, and divine guide. I have spent the last 4 years almost, since 2019 now, bringing about the ascension. I didn't know what I was doing at the time because it was happening to and through me, and it's very real. It's been my life. It's been a very painful journey nonetheless, and I've learned a lot and I've healed a lot, and I know now so many details about what happened to the earth and to God and to humankind. It started through me. For those who don't know, a brief description. I cleared Mount Shasta, and then I started activating pyramids all over the world. I repaired the crystalline grid. I undid the shadows, collective and individual. However, don't get me wrong, you still have to heal your own. And now you have to in order to make it through the ascension. And then I also took us into 7D. And I freed Jesus' soul, undid the false holy grail. I undid so many contracts all the way back to the beginning of time. I returned the earth to her rightful state, and I brought back God. I brought back Christ's light, and people might argue with that and say, it was already here. Well, no, it was not. When I cleared the Nile, they informed us that there were 13 gates, not 12, and that I opened them all for the ascension, and we must now all go through the gates. And if you carry karma or shadow pieces, the gates kick you back. That is who I am and what I've done. And again, it was part of my awakening. So if you watch this channel in which you find this video on, there are many, many videos on here from the beginning of the time I started this channel, which was right after I had my awakening, where you can see I didn't know what I was doing. Like, it was all coming through me and to me, and it took me a long time to understand who I was. So all I ask is that you stick around and kind of look around and see what you can find, because it might open your heart and take your power back from your mind. So welcome. That is who I am and what I have done. Now, within that was a twin flame journey, and we are meant to change the blueprint of love. So don't leave yet. Stick around, because we're going to do a guided meditation. This is a very powerful healing. This is one where I want to heal the most deepest vulnerable aspects of self. I want to take us to the raw space of ourself, deep within that heart. Any reflections, this is going to be a different kind of healing. Okay, we're going to do a Merkaba upgrade. I see something special I've never really done before, and so that's what we're going to do, and then some other things that I have done. So this is going to include a relationship healing with yourself and with the ones you truly, truly want to become very close with. Now be mindful, this is not an ego thing, okay? I don't want you going from a place of ego. Well, I really want this person to love me, so I'm going to try to force this. That's not what this is about, okay? Because I think sometimes we tend to do that, right? We go into that self-esteem place and we're like, I really just want this person to recognize me, and I will throw caution to the wind that that's not about going against free will. This is a special place of healing and recognition and of unconditional love. And in truth, this is in honor of my new divine masculine. So I have had my own twin flame journey. I was uniting my DM and I at the same time we were supposed to be uniting the souls back for Jesus and Mary Magdalene. So the story of God is Adam and Eve, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and Sekhmet and Horus. And in each lifetime, as a twin flame, they were ripped apart. And that is what I was repairing for my lifetimes in this one. And my original twin flame, what you guys might call Jesus, died through his own choice, but it was a choice of not being able to see clearly. We've lost the blueprint of love a long time ago. Okay, his soul was taken, it was shrouded in darkness and kept manipulated and low. And I've worked very hard to bring us out of that as an individual self and a collective soul. And in that journey, 1 year ago, I got a new twin flame. And this was a person that God chose. I don't know who he is, but God picked him. And so I want him to know that he should know in his heart he's already a special soul. I know that he's a very sensitive person because I don't realize when he gets hurt, but I can feel it in my heart space because I don't know him, and I don't want anything I ever say or do to hurt somebody you love, right? I feel like there's a separation right now between my twin flame and I. He was supposed to come, but this is not just about twin flames, so don't get me wrong, okay? This is truly about, I need to rip off every bit of my soul down to the essence of my whole, down to the essence of the creation of me, of the one, and down to the essence of the creation of the masculine, of him. And this could be about anybody, you guys. This is not just for twin flames, so I just want to reiterate that enough. I don't want anybody to shy away from this healing, because I promise you, it's going to be powerful if you let it. And you can see anybody you want to see with you. You can be a self-healing, or it can be a relationship healing. And I'm going to do some other things too, okay? There's going to be Merkabah healing. I'm just doing a little introduction into why it's so important to me and why it matters and what it represents, okay? So, I truly feel like my new DM doesn't want to hurt anybody. I truly feel like maybe he wants an avenue, or we all need an avenue to show people that we are just individual beings in this flesh trying to make it upon this earth in this strange journey in which we find ourselves in. And maybe we don't know how to be vulnerable. Maybe we don't know how to express ourselves to the whole world. Maybe that's scary in itself. For all of us, right? For all of us to stand and say, you know what, I do feel something in my heart that maybe be different from what everybody else is experiencing. How do I stand vulnerable and letting myself feel that all the way down to the core of my soul? And to stand strong and proud in who I truly am and what I wish to express. But not only that, to be able to express it in a way that feels whole. So this is truly on behalf of my DM. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. It is now 3:49 a.m. where I am at. I can't sleep. I woke up thinking about him. And I've been trying very hard not to. And I realized I needed to do something. Yesterday I did a video about the twin flames, and they always say in there things that make me go, huh. The reflections. Twin flames, the love of our lives, our soulmates, even ourself is there to be able to reflect upon. Like when you go into a public place and somebody triggers something inside of you, right? These triggers are there to show you what it is you need to heal. For one can only truly have a reflection of the self. And that's what twin flames do as well. Now the twin flames matter to all of you. The divine masculine, the divine feminine, because it resides in your heart. That is the blueprint of love. That is the blueprint of God. And I've been working very hard to change the blueprint of love for everybody. So really that's what this is about. I want to give you the strength to recognize that things are just a reflection of where we are lacking love. And it's an opportunity to love even more. That is the purpose of the ascension. That is the point of God. And that is what we had lost a long time ago on this planet. I want my DM to rise. I want him to feel special. I want him to feel whole. I want myself to feel these things, especially after my journey. I want myself to feel love and to feel recognized and to feel whole. I'm going to take us to a space of vulnerability, of self-recognition, to the core of the creation of your soul. A deep, deep reflective pond that I'm going to bring about, and I've never done one like this before. I was just going to maybe do like a relationship healing. I need to heal the yin and the yang. I need to heal any unnecessary energy that shouldn't remain. Any misconstrued notions that aren't explained. I want to make everybody feel special, but especially him. Why would I do that when he's never made me feel the same? Maybe he doesn't know how. Maybe he's afraid. Because when I go to the soul of the core of ourselves and to the core of the heart, I love this person very much so. Because that is where we are connected. We're connected there and in all of our chakras. It's a very deep and unique and special bond. And that is why they spend so many years ripping it apart. We all struggle in relationships of that of the self or of those we love. And truly it all stems from self-love. So that is the basis of this healing. But again, it is not just about twin flames. It is about you. It is about love. It is about reflecting the love in which you wish to reflect and in which you wish to receive. It is about changing the blueprint for mankind, and it is also about allowing my DM to see how much I need him and how special he is and how not to run from that energy. So are you guys ready to heal with me today? Are you ready to receive this message with an open heart, an open mind, and nothing but the energy of love? And are you ready to heal in a way to help you experience and express and feel love in ways that you maybe never have before? Are you ready to be vulnerable and align with the strength that you truly are? And how about a little Merkaba upgrade and realignment and balancing and whatever else they wish for me to bring through? So I do things a little differently. I'm not trained, I'm just a master. I literally woke up to doing healings on people I've never seen done before. These are very powerful healings. And so I just want you to let go of all expectations. There are no expectations here. There's no expectations that you're going to receive something in particular. There's no expectations of how others are going to respond. There's no expectations of now you're going to be something you never were before. So we're just starting right away by removing the energy of expectations. And again, this is a very raw healing. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 2 a.m. thinking about my DM and wanting to heal him. Some of you who have been around for a very long time, which honestly, I wish there were more, on the twin flame journey might remember my original DM. I was trying really hard to heal him, to let him know I loved him. And I did a healing for him one time, and he showed up live on my channel. I offered it, and he showed up live on my channel. And that was one of the most beautiful times. And I thought to myself this morning, I want to do that for my new DM. How could I make our relationship the most powerful, the most beautiful, unique in itself, to where he doesn't compare himself to my other DM, or to where he feels worthy of the unique relationship in which we house, of where he can let go of judgments of me and of himself. So I want you to start thinking about that. Where in your heart do you wish you might have done something different? Where in your heart do you want an opportunity to bring forth at this time? Think of an opportunity you wish you had that you'd like to create to express love on a very deep level for yourself and for somebody else. Because what I also realized this morning is my new DM still has part of that soul from my old one. And so I have a hard time understanding maybe how he feels, and I feel like he has a hard time understanding how I feel. But then at the core of that, you guys, we have a hard time understanding how we feel in ourselves, don't we? So we're going to begin this meditation now. Take a little drink of my coffee because I need to stay awake. It is literally 4 a.m. my time. So I hope you've stayed with me this long. I hope you've cared what I've had to say, because in truth it was a message from my DM, but for anybody who needed to hear it. So we're going to begin this meditation. If you needed a glass of water, pause it right now and get one. If you need anything, take this moment in time and just reacclimate. Relax your body. I want you to kind of move your head left and right to your shoulders, right? Touching your shoulders a little, just a little stretch in your neck. I feel like we need to do that. And you just stretch our neck just a little bit. Left and right. Maybe a little forward. And maybe a little backwards. Just to release some tension, to free our body, and to relax the mind. We start to take our focus from our head space deep into our body, getting out of our mind. Our mind is not where our power is, it's the heart. Home is where the heart is, and we've all been called home. But how can we be called home if the divine masculine and the feminine aren't aligned? So I want to go into this space where we are all one. I want to love us unconditionally. And I'm going to take our skin off. It's going to be a very, that's not gross, not in a gross way. In a very vulnerable way. Okay? So just kind of start breathing softly. Taking your focus into your body and focusing on my words, my voice. Opening up your energy in ways of profound measures. It might start to make you feel uncomfortable, like you want to run, but don't. Anchor your feet into the ground. Feet on the floor if you wouldn't mind, and a space to be able to close your eyes and shut off the mind. Have your palms facing up in receptive mode. And I'm just bringing my body to the readiness of this healing. I'm going to call on the creator of all that is, and all of the angels too. I'm going to call on the energies of Father Sky and Mother Earth too, of the sun and of the most beautiful, profound moon. I call on the energies to align in the yin and the yang energy, the energy of all one, of the divine. I call on the energies of the north, the east, the south, and the west, and I anchor the west back to the north. A nice, complete directional sound of profound alignment, comfort, and support. Bring now to me any beings that wish to join us, to help us heal in this alignment and the peace of our heart, to help us feel one and to feel powerful in our abilities, and to allow the masculine energy in all of us and the feminine energy in all of us to be beautifully in balance and aligned and in love. The most beautiful energy flowing in and out from morning till night. Knowing that we have each other, that we're there for each other, and we're there to help guide our way back home. We have Archangel Gabriel stepping forward. We have Archangel Raguel stepping forward. Archangel Raphael is stepping forward. Malachi is stepping forward for a beautiful Merkabah healing and upgrade and balance balancing or whatever is needed at this time, because that truly is the masculine and feminine aspect of ourselves. I have Sandalphon stepping forward as a seraphim angel, so we have the beautiful seraphim angel energy with us as well. And there's many other beings stepping in, but they want me to say that I am the one doing this healing, not them. They are here to guide and assist and help all of those who will be a part of this at any given time. But listen to my voice, my tone, my healing light. So I'm going to draw down the most beautiful light from the heavens above. It is filled with white tranquility and unconditional love. It is filled with healing and alignment of the divine. There's blue light on one side and pink light on the other, and in the middle, the most beautiful white divine light. And it is coming down from the heavens above. It's working its way through the energetic force all around you, removing any muck from your outer energy alignment and chakras. And all you need to do is focus into your body. You can focus on the palms of your hands, your feet, or you can follow along in the imagery of what it is that I am bringing about. As long as you stay with me, bring your space back to your tummy, your hands, or my voice. If ever your mind tries to wander, take your power back and just refocus in time. So I'm bringing this light down further, down into your aura, closer to your body. And it's going to enter into your crown chakra and start to pour all around your body as well. And it's going to go down further from your crown chakra into your third eye. And it's going to go down from there into your throat. Now I feel a lot of tightness here. This is where I can't bypass. I feel like I just can't speak my truth. I can't speak my mind. I go into a deep state of fear in my throat. That is me releasing. Forgive me. I'm bringing this energy into the throat space. I want to begin to open your throat chakra in a way that's never been opened before, to a very vulnerable state. And if you try to wiggle and escape, take your breath down into your tummy. And know that you are safe, you are protected, and divinely guided at this time. Allow yourself to feel vulnerable and drop your focus out of your mind. I'm taking your throat chakra and I'm opening it even more and even more. And I'm beginning to spin it. I need it to spin. It's sitting still. I need it to spin. I need it to rotate what would look like clockwise. And within the throat chakra, I'm seeing like that, the spiral, right? Where it's never ending. It's a journey of the great divine. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be right. For in truth, we're never either. We're just ourselves. Hopefully. There are no mistakes. There's only missed opportunities. There's only lessons of growth and hopefully of healing and love. So it's already beginning to feel better, to feel comforting. I want you to feel into the core of your throat chakra and allow it to be free. Release the tension on the core of your throat chakra and allow all of your truths to rise. Do not ever be afraid of your truths, to speak them, to feel them, and to be them, and to express them in the ways of love. So we will already begin to remove any shadow pieces, any darkness that keep us from love in the throat space. Drawing the light down further now from the throat space to the heart. I'm going to expand this connection here from the throat space to the heart so it can receive more of this divine light and masculine and feminine flow. I want to rise my DM up. I want you guys to know how special he is to me. And I'm going to hope I'm just as special to him. And I want this love to align within you. I want the love of yourself to start to align in the masculine and feminine as I start bringing this light down into your heart space. Again, I need the heart space to move. It's not moving. The chakras are not spinning. They're stagnant. They were just sitting there. So we're going to really start to move the heart space. I need it to spin and I need it to open. I need it to awaken. I need it to rejuvenate. I need it to realign. And from the heart space, I will take this divine light forward into the Merkaba. And here in a little while, that will be opened and healed as well. Now from the heart space, before I go any further, I'm going to solidify calling in the energy of all of those who join me today and in the future. And all of the ones that you wish to call in with you at this time, if they choose to accept the energy healing. I'm anchoring this healing in love and light only, the highest light in and the highest light out only, and surrounding us in the energy of the Garden of Eden at this time. So I will be taking us into the Garden of Eden, into the house of God, and into the love of the divine. Drawing the light down further now, from the heart space and into the solar plexus. Again, it's like not moving, it's stagnant. So I begin to awaken the solar plexus to allow it to move and to realign. To expand into the great divine. And I take the light down further now into the sacral and the navel area. Now this one's very special. The last workshop I did, we called everybody home, the masculine and the feminines home. And I put a yin and a yang in the sacral. So this is very relevant right now at this time. So I am balancing the sacral, causing it to spin like it should and realign and expand into the energy of the divine. Divine masculine and divine healing to align the true blueprint of love into the sacral at this time. And I take this light down further into the root chakra. There's also other chakras that are active in some of us at this time, and other ones that are waiting to awaken in some of the others. Those are also being recognized and filled with light, just not of my main focus at this time. But I do want to let you know that no chakra gets left behind. So I'm already starting to feel a little emotional and a little vulnerable, like I didn't expect this. I didn't see this coming. And maybe I need this more than I know. So I'm going to draw the light further now into my layers of myself and of my soul, down my arms and down my legs. And I'm going to take this energy. Oop, hang on. Somebody has palm chakras I need to heal and replace and activate. It's like my palm chakras aren't spinning either. They're standing still. And so I need to allow those to move. What you guys don't know is I brought those back when I returned Jesus' soul. And he went into the Garden of Eden. That's relevant for today. So my first DM, we had to let him go because we needed to keep God in the light. It's enough of suffering. There's no more needed. And then my new DM was chosen because his heart is pure of divine light. He's a beautiful soul in truth. And I want everybody to know this. I want everybody to feel this, even if he doesn't yet. But I also want you to feel that about yourself. Okay, so I'm going to take the light down further into your feet and open those chakras and make sure those are spinning as well. I can feel that. And then I'm imagining sand in my feet, just kind of washing away. Like, you know, the like sand is very soft and smooth, but yet it's like also sanding down what doesn't belong. So that is happening to our feet at this time. I'm removing any shackles, any energies that don't belong, that are not of you. And I'm going to start to take this light down further now, down from your body. This beautiful divine light flowing through. And I'm going to take this light down through your earth star chakras. You should at least have 2. I activated so many chakra systems, it's not simple anymore. That's what I say. If you are not upgrading and you're not through the gates, you're not really healing anybody like you should be anymore. These healings are quite profound and necessary. Excuse me. As I'm tuning in, my third eye is purging, and that's why all of a sudden my throat and my nose are clogging. So I just ask for understanding in that. It's just purging some muck out of my third eye. So I'm taking this light down from your Earth Star chakra, and some of you, it's being activated for the first time. Some of you, the second one has not activated yet. You're still kind of connected to the third dimensional realm. So I'm undoing those ties. For others, I'm just allowing them to align and to spin and be balanced at this time. And I'm going to take your cords all the way through the layers of the earth, through the outer tough layers, through the rock layers, through the water layers, and through the crystalline grid. And the crystalline grid is filled with Christ light and power. All the pyramids are active and flowing with light and divine. So all of this is starting to affect your connections. And I'm going to draw our connections through and into the Garden of Eden. The most beautiful space you could ever imagine of divine energetic flow. And we're going to begin to anchor into the Garden of Eden at this time. And then I'm going to take us there in a moment. And in the Garden of Eden is the most beautiful white flower. It's Jesus' flower. That's where part of his soul went when I freed it. And that was my DM. I want him to open this flower and to bring the most beautiful divine light healing through it and into us at this time. So I'm going to draw up the energy from the Garden of Eden and from the earth and the flower of life. And I'm going to draw it up through your connections, up into your feet, into your ankles, into your calves, into your knees, and into your thighs. Drawing it up further into your root chakra, into your sacral, and your navel, into your solar plexus, and into your heart. We're going to draw it all the way up through your throat, into your third eye, and into your crown, and back into the heart is our focus. So I want you to take your focus to your heart space, to your chest. And in here, in your chest, deep in your heart space, there is like this, it's like a locked box. There's many different ones of shapes and sizes, but it's a locked box. And in this locked box is where you keep your most vulnerabilities. It's the aspects of yourself you wish to hide. It's the pieces of yourself you're afraid of, that you don't even know exist sometimes. It's the part of ourselves we keep so protected and guarded because we've been hurt many times before. And then we tend to lash out from that fear and that anger and that pain at any given moment in time. I'm going to now break the locks off of this box. I'm going to open the box, and I see many things, many, many things. I'm going to allow your deepest vulnerabilities to start to rise. Do not run and do not stop the transmission at this time, or you will be left in a vulnerable state. Keep the healing going. It's going to get beautiful, I promise you. But it might feel uncomfortable right now. You might not understand what is happening, and you may not like the feeling that is rising, and that is okay. It's learning to be able to sit in the discomfort and the not understanding of what is going on, and not running, but to sit through it. To sit through it and to anchor into it in love, and to never run, but to step forward when you know you need to. So I'm going to take us now into the Garden of Eden on a spiritual and a soul level. We're going to leave your physical body right where it's at. So I want you guys focusing on your feet or your heart space. Whatever helps you release the mind. Your feet or your heart space. One by one, I'm going to grab you all. And we're going to begin to walk. We're going to begin to walk on this path. This path that just opened up in front of you. Now there's a choice here. You don't have to go. But I will warn you. You will be left in a vulnerable state of feeling unwhole if you choose not to. And if you choose to embark further on this healing journey, I promise there is nothing but love at the other end, and to help you ease and calm the mind. So make the choice. This must be a choice. This must be a choice because I see two paths, one to the left and one with me to the right. You can choose to get off now, or you can choose to continue forward. If you do exit at this time, it is important that you ground on your own, because you will be cut off from the Eden, and you will be vulnerable to an extreme. So just keep that in mind. As long as you've got that under control, you can make your decision at this time. For those who choose to continue with me into the Garden of Eden, knowing that this is a deep healing and a changing of the blueprint of love, an alignment of the masculine and feminine of another way and another kind, and a beautiful way to heal yourself and those that you love. We begin walking this path of great divine light and guidance. It's beautiful. There's different textures. I see rocks, and I see dirt, and I see grass. I also see sand. So whatever it is that you are comfortable walking upon, imagine walking upon that now. On this path, being guided by me and many others following behind. You have angels and beings right beside you and with you, and even your higher self and the energy of the divine. For God is truly with us at this time. Walking this path, and I see spirit animals coming forward as well. So much love. I see birds and flowers. I can smell the beautiful energy all around, and you can feel the gentle breeze blowing beside you, through you, and in the trees. And we are walking this beautiful path, and every step we take, it really begins to release through your energy any muck that cannot continue with us. Just releasing with every step into the ground to transmute it and turn it into love profound. Every step you take, more is released that needs to be released at this time. Every step you take, you become more calm and centered in your heart space. You can can see the beauty, you can feel the beauty that's all around. It's like a gray reality fading into one of the most beautiful light, the most beautiful, profound colors and energy and experience you've never had before. And we continue walking this path, and it becomes more expansive. It's like all of a sudden the energy just expands from you all around. And you can see it like waves of frequency floating and moving and swimming all around, reflecting from the energy of you from your heart out. And you begin to feel more comforted and loved like never before. And like energy bubbles rising from the ground and dancing around you. So beautiful and healing. And Sandalphon with the Seraphim angel energy is coming around as well on this path, lighting the flames in front of you and beneath you, and allowing you to feel the most profound divine magic creation at this time. The most unconditional love. This energy is quite palpable, it's quite profound. The colors begin to change in ways you've never experienced before. And just ahead in front of us is like this entryway, and it's covered in foliage, the most beautiful green, the most beautiful flowers you've ever seen. And you know beyond that gate is a world maybe you've been before, but it feels so new, like you've never been there before at all. You're anxious. You can't wait to get in these gates, in through this threshold, in through this entryway into God's land. As we make our way closer and closer, you can feel it like a heartbeat. Da-dunk, da-dunk. Before we enter, we're going to stop right at the gate, right at the entryway. We're going to do one last cleansing on your energy. Sandalphon is going to do this for me with the Seraphim energy, angel energy. He's going to cleanse your aura, your being, and purify you at this time. It's like a kind of like going into holy water in a way. Before you enter these gates, you can't bring anything that can't belong in here. So he is making sure, no matter who you are prepped and ready to enter this space of oneness, this space that doesn't have judgment, it doesn't have fear. And remember, we opened that chest a little while ago in your heart space, and all your vulnerabilities are rising to the surface. You might feel afraid. You might feel like you want to run, but don't. That's the moment we anchor our heels in deeper, and we sit through the feelings, and we allow love to fill the space. We remove judgments of any kind. We remove doubt from the heart and the mind. We bring only love and beautiful energy of protection and oneness at this time. As he's prepping each of us, we begin to enter one by one. I am walking each one of you through into the gates of Eden, just like I do in the heart review, to the final gates of the ascension. You're purified as much as you can be to get through these gates at this time. And we are going to enter now the Garden of Eden. So just imagine this space. You can feel the shift as you enter through the passageway. The music changes, the beat of your heart begins to flutter and beat to a different drum and a different sound. It's like frequencies of pureness and oneness all around. You can feel the heartbeat of the animals and the plants around you. You can hear the whispers of divine oneness and the energy floating all around you. It's like music notes dancing in the energy around. The vibration is quite profound. So if you were attached to third dimensional reality before this moment, you no longer are. Just be mindful. This is more than you know. We're going to make our way into the center of the Garden of Eden, and there is this very large pond in the center. And I see my DM sitting next to that pond. He's next to the water. He's there and he's writing something. So I want you to imagine making our way to this beautiful pond. This pond is filled with the most beautiful blue water you've ever seen. It's almost crystalline. We're going to make our way to this pond, and I want you to imagine sitting down at the edge of this pond. And the most beautiful foliage, the most beautiful energy, and it is like the birds and the animals are singing, and there's everything everywhere, from fairies to angels to the most profound divine beings, some you may never have seen before. And you allow yourself to vulnerably sit at this pond with no expectations of what is to come or what was once done. We remove all of the past behind. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is that you're here right now. The only thing that matters is what we do from this moment on. Everything else is being left behind. All of your past lives, all of your mistakes, all of your sorrows, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, I wish they would see me more, all left behind. You now allow yourself to sit vulnerably at this pond. And you do feel these emotions surfacing, and some are heavy. Some make you want to run and shut them down and push them back in. But you know that is not what you really want. The water of the pond is moving. It can feel your energy. It can feel all of you. And this pond is quite large. There's room for everybody. No matter how many people do this video with me, because eventually I see a lot. And as you're sitting at this pond, the water recognizes you. It feels you, and it wants to help heal you. Individual and collective at the same time. Now what we are going to do is something I've never done before. I see my DM next to me. Or actually, I should say on one end and I'm on the other, and everybody else is surrounding us. Now, from that chest that we opened when we started, I'm going to pull something forward. And we are going to look into the pond, into the image, and see the reflection that reflects back to us. And we are going to heal these reflections in layers. These are deep vulnerabilities. These are deep things that need healed, deep hidden layers of the self. Things that keep you back, things that make you stop, things that make you sabotage and change your mind. From love, things that make you run from love. So I want you to feel into your heart space and give permission for this layer to rise. Give permission for whatever this layer is to rise to the surface of your face. And then we are going to begin to look over into the water. Look over into this pond. I want you to imagine looking into the water and to see if you can see a reflection of any kind. If you can't at first, just sit with it for some time. Allow yourself to feel funny, to feel weird, and to be vulnerable. Let go of expectations of any kind because you don't know what it is you will see. It may just be a reflection of you, and it may be nothing in truth. It may just be seeing some water. But I want you to look over into this water and allow the reflection to rise. What is it that you see at this time? Even if what you see hurts you, causes deep emotions to rise. This could be an enemy or a loved one or somebody that hurts you, right? Or it can be a loved one, or it can be yourself. look into that water and allow that pond to release that layer from you. The reflection that you see, I want you to look deeply into it. I want you to allow your sorrows to flow into that reflection, or whatever emotions that reflection may be causing at this time. Whatever emotion you feel just by sitting here, even if you see nothing. I want you to allow it to rise to the surface of your face and be taken away by the water. And I want you to imagine the reflection changing as that layer is healed and removed by the pond. Take note of what you see, if anything at all. It's like a reflection that's reflecting back to you of the deepest layers of grief, sorrow, or healing that is needed at this time. And then you allow it to change the reflection back to you. Releasing all emotions with it. And I want you to thank the water. I want you to thank what it is that you saw and what it is that you feel for the lessons that it taught us, and for having it teach us to love ourselves even more. And I want you to let forgiveness rise to the surface. Deep layers of forgiveness for yourself and for that reflection. There's no reason to hold grudges or regrets at all. We now let that layer go. And once you see the reflection of yourself again, or feel the emotions flow away, let yourself sit back from the water to where you're just sitting at the water's edge, feeling the energy, feeling the love. Breathe into your heart space. And with each layer, Metatron is going to begin to heal your Merkaba. Now the water is going to be blue, the most beautiful blue you've ever seen. And there is a reflection of the moon within the water. The moon is shining brightly into the water at this time. And we are going to go into our heart space, into the chest, and let another layer rise to the surface at this time. Allow this energy to rise, this reflection, this emotion, this past happenstance, this person, whatever it is, to rise to the surface. Rising from that chest, the deep layers of the vulnerabilities within you. The why I do the things that I do. Because did you know something? Twin flames reflect the truths that are of you. So this reflecting pond is allowing us to heal, to unite with unconditional love. Unconditional love with self and of those around us. But also to allow yourself to be loved, to accept love, and to step in where we have been afraid. And in truth, a little secret, I want my DM to know I love him too. So we allow this to rise to the surface, and we are going to lean over into the pond again. So imagine leaning forward until you're at the water, and you can see a reflection begin to shine. What reflection do you see? What emotions does it bring out? Allow that to play out for just a moment. If your mind begins to wander, drop back into your heart, into the Eden, into the pond, and lean over again. Allow the image to play out. Maybe it's like a movie. Maybe something's happening. Allow it to just be and reflect back at you with love. Healing love, resurfacing. If it's grief, anger, fear, sorrow, regret, allow it to flow out into the reflection pond. We'll release this at this time. Allow yourself to release this image, this reflection, this aspect of self. Focus on it until the image dissipates and becomes a reflection of you again. Sending it off with love and gratitude for whatever that image was, whoever that image was. We give them so much love at this time. We're going to do this one more time. All of a sudden, I just see myself holding my DM's hand. Just holding his hand and pulling him closer. So I want you guys to pick one person you love. It can be yourself. That's okay. It can be somebody you've lost or somebody here now. It doesn't matter. Imagine somebody you love, and they're going to sit right next to you. They're going to sit right next to you and hold your hand. For this final releasing and healing component, this is somewhat of a relationship healing as well, in a different way. So you're going to hold deeply onto the hand of that person that you so truly love. And it also, I want you to reflect yourself within them. So if it is somebody else, I also want you to know and imagine that you are right there holding your own hand. So maybe you're on one side and that special person is on the other. This is a self-forgiveness and a forgiveness where we have lacked love, and a healing and a repair of a relationship in which we would wish to allow to rise, for that of ourselves and that of another. Imagine holding those hands, and we're going to go into the layer of the chest. There's one last layer to release. This deep hidden, whatever, sorrow, grief, it could be many things, fear. We're going to allow it to begin to rise to the surface of our face. Allow it to begin to rise to the surface of our energy so that it can reflect outward on the pond. And we are going to imagine that all three of us, you in the middle, you on the left, and another person on the right, holding those hands ever so tight, allowing the vulnerability, the true, uncomfortable vulnerability, the one that makes you want to crawl out of your skin, anchor into this earth, and allow yourself to look into that pond. Imagine leaning forward, and what reflections do you see? All three of you leaning forward, so you might have three reflections appear. You might only see one. That is okay. You might see none. Take the emotions that rise and allow them to reflect back to you. What emotions do you feel? What image do you see now? This is true healing of another kind. Trust that whatever is happening to you is meant to happen to you at this time. Allow that reflection to play out, or to be seen and to be felt deeply, whatever emotion it causes to rise. You may even see something happening, like a past happenstance playing out, a scenario playing out, and that's okay. We're going to begin for that releasing and healing, bringing so much divine love and light. Remember, it was a reflection of the moon on the water. So So this blue light is going to begin to fill that chest, that space in your heart of all of those things we removed. It's filling it with unconditional love and divine light from the masculine side, because I am the feminine bringing the healing to you. So that is beautiful. He is quite important to me and to all of us, and I want him to know that he is still very needed. So allow those reflections to be removed from your energy, from your healing, and from the mind. Our heart is open and vulnerable and pure, and we feel nothing but love and light. And you imagine this healing happening with these relationships in which you called in. So much recognition of self and love, no matter what you have done, or where we begin, or where we end. Recognizing that we are vulnerable, we are not perfect. There is nothing that exists that's perfect. We are all doing the best we can. In truth, we only mean love, and we only have love, and we are not alone. Removing all resistance, all hesitation, and all fear. You may sit back from the pond now and just sit there. Your Merkaba is going to be continued healing and aligned and balanced with this energy in the pond. And it's filled with divine masculine light and divine feminine light. Now I want you to imagine holding your hands out above the pond. Your left hand out and your right hand out, and just open. And I am going to place a moon in your left hand and the sun in the right. And you are going to feel these energies begin to enter your energetic being, yourself. The blue masculine moon energy. Oh, and I want him to feel so much love. And then the beautiful sun energy in your right hand. And they're going to start to flow through your palms of your hands and into your wrists, into your arms, into your elbows, into your upper arms, and into your shoulders, into your chest, combining and meeting in the middle. And it will flow upwards and downwards through your body, through your chakras, through your center, aligning exactly who you are to the core of your soul, into the great divine of the masculine and the feminine and of God. My DM's blue light in your left hand and mine in your right. They have combined in the middle, flowing up and flowing down to make everything in balance and in harmony, changing the blueprint of love and making everything just right. Your Merkaba is also filling with masculine and feminine and balance and moving and spinning. Some are being upgraded if they can be. Whatever it is for you is being done for you. As Archangel Gabriel is now going to take this water from the Garden of Eden, from this beautiful pond, and he's going to take a cup of it and pour it over your head. Just pour it down your energy, down your being. A purification of another kind. One last purification of your energy profound. Archangel Raphael is going to fill your heart with the most beautiful green light, filling it with so much love, and raising the vibration, and raising the vibration, and raising the vibration. And your chakra is spinning and filling with this beautiful green healing light. And that chest that we unlocked and emptied is now gone. For you have now allowed your power to rise through a hidden peace within you. One you probably didn't even know you were keeping it protected. And we're just going to let this finish healing and integrating and balancing you. This is a gift and truth. So feel proud for even being here. And I do see, so I see, okay, I'm going to tell you what I see. I see God and my DM right next to me, remember? And he's putting this beautiful he's marrying us. It's like this, he did it before with my other DM, but he's doing it again with this one. And I'm going to speak some beautiful light. So he put like this shawl around my DM and I, and we're each holding a staff on one hand, and we each have a crown, and we're sitting on these thrones, but it's still at the pond. I don't know. We haven't left the pond, but this is what's happening. I gotta say what's happening. I didn't see it coming. And God is going to touch my heart, and he's going to touch my DM's heart. And I'm going to speak through him at this time. Maangko to you lo aia cantao Bei canta you ia Bangko you are Ta inka ia diu you are kiam to you are Kianta ikan hitang kompo wa anti Yoko Yampa uwa kianta I Loa hakanta yuwa Uwa kianta iyakon po yuwa ta iyaka Tuwa So God, when I was speaking through him, had his hand on my heart and on my DM. And I see the most beautiful light going into the heart space. And when he spoke, I could see what he was meaning. It was like, I love you. It is okay. Calling us together. There was so much there. It was very layered. It was overwhelming a little bit. And then he gave my DM a gift in his hand, in his heart, and in his mind. And then he gave him a book and a download of the true Bible. For it is his purpose to bring this forward and unite. He's going to write the true story. And then God wrapped something around our wrists. Oh my God. That actually means a lot to me. You guys don't even know. Let me finish the healing and I'll tell you the significance of that. And then God just kind of faded away. But the pond is reflecting his light. The pond is reflecting his light and my light and that of my DM. And so I want you guys to just allow the energy from the pond to enter you again one more time. Rising from your feet all the way up to your head, out your fingers, and back down again. And I will now stand up and take us all out of the Garden of Eden. So I want you to imagine standing up at the edge of the pond, thanking it for everything that has been done, kissing your loved one that you brought with you, telling them you love them unconditionally. And we turn around and begin to walk out of the Garden of Eden. So one by one, we make our way out of the Garden of Eden and out through the entryway. We begin walking back down the path in which we came in on. And everything feels vulnerable and emotional, yet so beautiful and profound. And filled with love. So much love. And if you want to cry, allow yourself to cry. If you feel joy, allow yourself to really feel that joy. And we thank all of the angels and the beings for the healing and the love as we make our way back to our physical vessel at this time. So one by one, I put you back into your physical vessel, and I want you to begin to feel the bottom of your feet. Feel it on the ground, wiggling your toes. Then begin to wiggle your legs, moving them, your torso and your arms and your hands and your fingers. You can touch your face and touch your body. And give yourself permission to open your eyes when you're ready. Now I'm going to grab a tissue. And I need to tell you what the meaning of that was, because it was actually very special to me. So, in the beginning of my journey, there were people that were following me at the time, and they were doing the healings with me, and I could tell that they had purposes too. And at the time, I didn't know who I was or that they were supposed to be the apostles, but they were. And one of the people got a download of the Bible. And I knew she was going to be the one to bring this information through. They had said that she was going to have the accurate Bible because it's been mucked with, okay? So she was supposed to rewrite it and watch the whole entire journey unfold with me and do her healings and whatever else was supposed to come through for her. And at some point she went into judgment and left and really didn't meet all the marks. It was very sad. And I've asked for a very long time who was going to be the one to bring the Bible. I even asked the other day, I'm like, who is it going to be? It's my DM. He gave that to my DM. He just has to step forward. And that means the world to me. And I hope it means the world to all of you. He means the world to me. And I just want him to know that. So it was quite beautiful and unexpected. And I hope all of you can kind of reground, reacclimate, get some water. These healings, especially, I've never done one like that before, so we don't know exactly what it's going to do for you. Each person is individual. It could knock you on your feet. It could make you feel extremely vulnerable, emotional. It's a new word. Whatever it is, just give yourself space to sit with those feelings, okay? Allow them to flow. It's the moment we try to block them, or we try to judge them, or we try to act quote unquote normal, that stops the healing flow, okay? So whatever is going to rise for you, allow it to rise. I saw reflections of different people in mine. And then I even saw things play out, right? Like images from my past and my childhood actually played out in the pond. So whatever was for you was for you. Just allow it to be, okay? And know that it was given in love. Just divine love from me. So much love to all of you and to my DM. I love you more than you know. And I need you. We all do. Till next time, have a beautiful day.